Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and of course welcome to the channel if you are new here. So for today's video I'm going to be showing you a little look into our wedding planner. I would always definitely recommend that you purchase a wedding planner. Myself and my partner actually purchased this wedding planner before we even had booked the venue. Like I said, I'd always recommend purchasing one. With weddings, there's so much to think about, so much to write down, so much to organise. Our wedding planner was about £10 I think, and we purchased it from Hobbycraft. So I just want to very quickly say as well, before we continue on, some of the pages will have parts of it that's blurred out. It's just details that we don't quite want to share yet. So without further ado, let's just get stuck in. So the first page is actually really nice because not very many wedding planners that I saw had this little intro section. First up, you'll see this book belongs to, and then obviously I've put our names, Danielle and Simon, with a few dodgy looking hand-drawn love hearts. I'm not a good drawer, I never have been. And then this wedding planner has a really nice about us section, which again, I've said not very many other wedding planners really had this section, and I kind of thought it was really cute, and my partner did too. So we have a section here on the bride and the groom where we can both write our names. So obviously Simon's wrote his name, I've wrote my name, and then it's how we met. Basically, my partner used to live in a different area of the UK, and then he moved up to my area of the UK, and that's how we met. He bought my old house. It's as simple as that. And then there's this other lovely little section here about the proposal. So I've just wrote that Simon proposed during a weekend away in the Lake District. He popped the question in a quiet, calm and secluded spot right by the lake. And there's also a section there for our wedding date, which we will not be sharing with you guys just yet. And a section on our song, which is really nice. We kind of think that we have two songs that we class as being ours. And that is Harry Styles' Adore You and a song by Baby Metal called The One. So moving on onto like the next page, and on this side it's just a notes section where you can just write anything you want on there. I've actually just wrote down a lot of possible venue ideas and things like that. A lot of this page will actually be blanked out apart from the time of the ceremony. So unfortunately, a lot of this page is going to be blanked out, but that's what it is. It's just us writing down possible venues and then ruling them out and then ticking the one that we've booked. And I've just put our official wedding venue is so-and-so, so-and-so. Booked and deposit was paid on. Time of ceremony is actually 11 AM. That's the time we're getting married officially. Next page is a checklist, which I have found so incredibly useful. This is the first time I've ever planned a wedding. I've never been engaged before. I've never got, like, you know, when to get married before. So I was a bit unsure of, you know, rough timings of when you should be doing things, when you should be booking things, when you should start and look for your dress and things like that. So we have 12 months to go. There are a lot of ticks in the 12 months to go section, even though the wedding is actually over a year away. So we are ahead of schedule. We're running ahead of schedule. That's exactly what I like. I like for things to be organised. Set a budget, which we obviously did. It's one of the first things what we discussed is finances. I think that's very, very important before you go and you look around venues or even sort things out like roughly how many people you want to attend the wedding. You need to have a really good idea of the kind of things that you guys can afford. So that's obviously one of the first discussions that we had with each other was budget, savings. Set a date with the vicar and the registrar. That has been done. Create a rough guest list, that's been done. Visit and book reception venue, that's been done. Choose best men and bridesmaids, that's been done. We are actually not having any bridesmaids. We were originally going to just have the one, however we changed our minds, so we're actually not going to have any bridesmaids. And the best man is going to be my partner's friend. Start your dress hunt. I've not started to look for the dress yet. But again, there's plenty of time for that. And finally, decide on theme and colour palette. Definitely decided on the theme and the colour palette. It's more the colour palette that we've focused on, and that is grey, silver and white. 9 months to go. A couple of things are actually ticked off. Start your health regime, yes. Order your dream dress, that's definitely not done. I haven't even started looking yet. I do have an idea roughly of what I would like though. Book caterers and bands / DJ, that's been done. The food is actually included in our wedding package, so it's not something that we've had to outsource from a third party. Send save the date cards, we're actually in the process of sending them. We've actually handed out a few, but it's mainly Simon's side of the family that we are yet to send out save the date cards to. Find and book a photographer. We have been looking into photographers, but we're yet to book one. Research your honeymoon. We know exactly where we're going and what we're doing for the honeymoon. Discuss hen and stag ideas. That's been done too. 6 months to go. A couple of things are ticked off here too. That top one that I've crossed out is actually select bridesmaid dresses, but because we're not having a bridesmaid, that obviously doesn't need to happen. Make sure passports are in date and book honeymoon. Book wedding transport, that's also been crossed out, mainly just because it's something that we don't need to think about because of the kind of venue that we've picked out. Order wedding rings. There's only Simon's to buy. When Simon proposed to me and when he purchased my engagement ring, he actually bought a bridal set, and the set obviously includes both the engagement ring and the actual wedding band. So there's only Simon's wedding ring to purchase. Book hotel for wedding night. Again, that has been done. Sorting out the guest list. We've pretty much finalised the guest list. If we hadn't, we wouldn't be sending out save the date cards. Sort out the groom's suit. Obviously that's not been done just yet. 3 months to go. Sort out ceremony music. We're in the process of doing that. Every now and again we will have a talk about it. We know what song I'll be walking down the aisle to. It's just putting together all the other tracks that we want. Order cake and book florist. I can't wait to start just getting stuck into the wedding cake. We have a rough idea of what we'd like, but of course it's far too early to be booking anything or to be looking into it too much. It's the same with the florist. Trial some hair and makeup looks. Yes, I'm actually growing my hair for the wedding, and I have been thinking about what kind of style I would like, but obviously it's far too early to be trialing looks really at this point. Buy decorations. We've bought a few bits and pieces, but a lot of the decor is actually done through a company that is attached to our venue. Finalise your accessories and jewellery. Of course, that's not been done yet. Finalised guest list. Send out invites. Obviously, the official invites have not been sent out yet. 1 month to go. Follow up on RSVPs. Finalise seating plan and venue. Organise place cards and favours. We've actually already purchased a few things for the favours, and we know exactly the kind of favours that we'd like, and they're all edible. We didn't want anything else really to be in the favours because we find that a lot of the times if there's like key rings and things in the favours, eventually, you know, people might keep them for a while, but eventually they'll get thrown away or they'll get forgotten about. At least we know with edible treats that, you know, people are going to eat them. It's going to be money well spent because people are going to be using them, they're going to be eating them rather than eventually throwing them in the bin. Get groom to have a haircut if needed. I don't need to remind Simon to get a haircut, definitely not. Buy a guest book. We've actually already purchased the guest book. Collect dress and have a final dress fitting. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for that. 1 week to go. Choose first dance and let band / DJ know. We've already chosen our first dance music. Wear in your wedding shoes. Pack for the honeymoon. Collect suits if hiring. Confirm all details with third parties. Decorate the venue. This is actually something that the venue does for us. It's part of our package. It's just what they do. So we don't have to actually, you know, decorate. We just tell them what we want and they'll do it for us. And then relax and pamper yourself. Ooh, that sounds good. I could do with some of that now. So turning over to the next page is all of the registrar details, which a lot of it will be probably blocked out on this page too. The registrar is actually going to be quite expensive, and it's mainly the attendance fee that is the bulk of the cost. Our attendance fee is about £461. So altogether, just in registrar fees, it's going to cost us nearly £600. Crazy! And obviously eventually we do have to apply and let, you know, the officials know that we have an intent to marry. And then that just says at the bottom that we're going to get an information pack / booklet nearer the time that we're going to be getting married. This is all the budgeting stuff on the next page, and I've roughly kind of jotted a few things down, crossed a few things out, but really this is all the finance stuff, so I'm not going to go through a lot of this. We're moving on to notes and the guest list, which will be blanked out. I'm not going to show you guys the guest list or anything like that, so we're just going to fly through the guest list section and onto a rough table plan, which again, I'm blocking out people's names, but we do have a rough plan in place. Part of our package is we're having afternoon tea and then the evening meal. That's just part of our package. So we're doing a separate table plan for the afternoon tea and the evening meal. So that's what that is. Again, you know, people's names are going to be blanked out, but that's basically why we have, like, you know, a couple different seating plans and table plans. On this page is just, obviously I've not wrote anything there yet. This is all important information about the venue, which again, I'm not going to show you because it's just a lot of stuff that we need to write down so we know where we're at. However, what I will tell you is the possible order of service. The order of service we're actually sending out with the official invites, just so that people know roughly what to expect during the wedding day. I think it's really important that, you know, it's really clear and obvious what you're getting out of the wedding day and what the guests are going to be having. This is a possible order of service. This has not been set in stone. Obviously, it's far too early to be, you know, setting things like this in stone, but it's to give guests a rough idea of what the day is going to include. So 11 AM is the ceremony. That's when we're actually getting married. That's when we're saying our vows. And then after that, it's going to be between 11:30 and 12:30 that we will have photographs taken. From 12:30 until 2 PM is afternoon tea. From 2 PM until 4, the staff members are actually getting our room turned around ready for the evening meal. Room turn around, get the evening meal decorations set up and things like that, get the cake on display. From 4 till 5 we're having pre-dinner canapes, and then from 5 until about 9 or 10 that's like the evening reception, the evening celebrations. And then we're thinking around 7 PM perhaps having the cutting of the cake, and about 7:30 having the first dance. So that is kind of a possible order of service that again is not set in stone. It's just something that we've kind of put together as a possibility of how things could be run for our wedding day. Over the next few pages, it is just contacts, which you guys won't be seeing. And then a little bit further on is just my the inspiration pages. And then after that, I think it's just a pretty much empty book, to be honest. A lot of these pages now are just notes pages that, of course, you know, a lot of this is notes that just haven't been filled in yet. And then on the last page here it says, and they lived happily ever after, and then it just says love on that side, and that's it. That is actually the wedding planner. So you've had kind of an in-depth look at the wedding planner, and I do hope that you've enjoyed having a little nosy. I'm really enjoying sharing my wedding journey with you guys and sharing just how we're organizing things. So thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I realize it has been a long one. I do apologize. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave this video a big thumbs up, and if you're new here, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I very much hope to see you in my next video.